Listen up.
Hi, Lucy. Hi, Kel.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to the midweek podcast with a very Lucy.
G'day.
And a very Casey.
Very Cal, hi.
I'm very as well, and it's great to be here for the middle of the week. Another great show, bits of which you will hear later on in the podcast, and some cool conversations now. Lucy is very excited because after this podcast, Lucy is making the trek, the almost spiritual journey to Ikea later on today. For reasons that will become apparent in shows later on this week.
Tell us.
Do you love Ikea?
I love me some Ikea. This is what I like most about Ikea. I like that you don't have to go through the furniture section. You can just go downstairs to Marketplace. I like they don't force you.
I thought that's all Ikea did was force you
No.
with the arrows.
Well, once you start on the track through the furniture, you're stuffed. You're stuck.
Right.
But I just prefer to go down into Marketplace and do that version because there's two layers, two levels.
What's Marketplace doing?
Downstairs was everything, like the lamps, the saucepans, the frames, the fake plants, the toys. That's the Marketplace.
I like the names.
The Schnurgenbird,
The Flugenhof.
the Rickendark.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're all...
I've never been in Ikea.
You've never been in Ikea. Lucy has fainted and fallen to
I've
the floor.
never been.
My.
I just know that you can get like food, I think, in there or something. That's it.
I don't know if she's doing this. I think she's doing it a little bit on purpose.
No. I've literally never been.
Yeah, but you're also happy that you've never been.
But if someone's from
Are you?
Ikea, from
Stop
like
it.
Upper, take me.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Ikea
I've never
is-
been. I'm not an adult. I am, but I don't
I've
need a new
been-
bed.
Listen. I've been to Ikea. It is different from any other store. In a way, it also seems like it's been assembled out of a flat pack. The whole store seems a little bit assembled.
Wow.
I just want to say some things. I feel like I need to take you there and introduce you to it.
We'd
I
have so much
feel
fun.
like if you have just say one day you move out of your parents' house.
Yeah.
And you need to go and set up a whole house of stuff. It would be the handiest place for you to go.
They have it
It
there.
has everything you could possibly ever need for a house, cheap.
But if you want a kitchen, you walk into a kitchen and they have a kitchen. If you want a bedroom, you walk into the bedroom and they have a bedroom.
Right, yeah.
But then also
yeah.
downstairs, if you go, I want a colander that has 30 holes and is $5, that's where
There.
you go.
But it's
good quality.
It's very troll on the bridge. Answer these questions 3. If you commit to the journey of Ikea, you cannot turn back.
Right, okay.
You must
okay,
never
okay.
go back.
But
the
you-
arrows compel you to go forward.
But you are
there's
you
rewarded.
may not deviate from the path.
You're rewarded because, well, first of all, you can get a massive big bag and you can fill
Yeah.
it, and you get notepads and pencils, and there's tape measures. And
Oh my gosh,
and
this
there's
is
like,
exciting.
Yeah, and you walk through and you can measure things, and then there's little service places with people that will help you measure
Yeah.
things up. But then you are rewarded because then you can go to the cafeteria.
Yep, okay.
And the food is so cheap, and my favourite thing on the planet is IKEA meatballs.
Oh.
You get the meatballs, you get them with the chips, and then you get the gravy poured all over the meatballs and the chips. And there's nothing better in my life than IKEA meatballs. My best friend and I will sometimes just go there and do it.
And the atmosphere is different from other stores, I find, as well. It's a bit more of a family atmosphere because of the setups. The bedroom setups, the playroom setups actually encourage the kids to climb all over the furniture. See, when you go to Kmart, I feel like I go into Kmart and I don't belong there. There's a lot of younger women, middle-aged women on a mission. Get out of my way.
Yeah.
I'm off to get my latest Keep Cup or travel mug of some sort.
Yeah.
Kia seems to be a bit more relaxed, but again, you can never go back. You can only go forward.
only
I
go
don't think you're
forward.
taking that as seriously as you should, Casey.
Okay, well, mark my words. I don't know.
And you can very much get lost in there.
Have you tried to go backwards?
Yeah, like or sometimes you see a cut through, right? You see like a hole in the wall, and so if you go through that, then
That's
you're
for
in
staff
trouble.
only.
Yeah.
And there's a staff door, and only staff may enter or
Yeah.
exit from that door.
Yeah. That's
you
fair
must
enough.
continue through the entirety of the store.
Yeah.
And it's Swedish, and we
Yeah.
love the Swedes.
Yeah, we love them.
Oh, that's
Well-
why you were saying before.
Yes, everything.
I was wondering what
yes,
you're doing.
So
Yeah.
Okay,
you
okay.
would pick up a box and it would have maybe like a stapler.
Yeah.
But it's not a stapler. It's a Florgenblurg.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to support Sweden.
Or
it's
you,
lovely.
Yeah, you have a lovely sort of desk of drawers, but
Yeah.
they're not a desk of drawers. They're Hoopenfaffers.
Yeah.
That's so good. I love that you. I
I'll
love
have
my
2
hoop and fluffers.
Hoopenfaffers, please.
Yeah, so I think it's your vibe anyway.
Oh, I'm going.
So I am going
everyone.
We haven't even discussed why I'm going.
Well, I didn't know if we wanted to
going.
keep that a secret or not. No, she doesn't want to keep it a
Nah,
secret. Let's do
tell
it.
the podcasters, because the podcast family are the greatest.
They know first.
You know first and you can win it first. So you might have seen virally there's that little monkey called Punch the monkey that lives over in Japan, and it keeps getting bullied by the monkeys, and it's got this soft orangutan toy that it's been raised with since a baby. It didn't have a mum, so they gave it this orangutan toy, and now it has grown up thinking this orangutan toy is its mummy. It's a toy from Ikea, and it has sold out around the world. They're now online for like $400.
So it's not a win for the monkey, but it is a win for IKEA. Aren't all monkeys attacking each other? Aren't
Yes.
all monkeys
Yes.
throwing each other around?
Yep.
Why is this monkey special?
They're dying every second in the wild, but who
Guys,
cares about
can
those?
You two just be
They're
quiet.
all riddled with
No,
disease.
because
Yep.
these monkeys in this particular zoo are all best mates. They put this little baby in and they've all tried to kill him.
Well,
Listen, you two, stop it.
You're thinking of this as a very heartfelt, one of the purest stories
yeah.
that you could tell. Casey and I think maybe a PR exercise for IKEA.
Yeah.
How is IKEA related to this when it's the Japanese zoo were the ones who spoke about it and they just put the footage online of the baby and the soft toy? IKEA knew nothing of it. IKEA didn't even know it was going to go viral. It went viral. And then everybody was like, where's this toy from? And IKEA's like, oh, that's our toy. And then IKEA like sent 30 of them to the zoo. Now that was for marketing. This is the thing, guys. It was just on Sunrise. It was just on Extra. It was just on the Today Show. This orangutan has sold out around the world, is now going for $400 a pop. I have found somewhere close by that has some. I'm going to drive there straight after the podcast and buy one to give away.
Great.
Casey,
Yep.
the phrase "I'm going to buy one," how does that sit with you?
5. Always
Yeah,
times
5?
by 5
All right,
Do you think?
when a
we're
woman
thinking
says
Should I buy
something.
one for the podcast family and one for the people who listen to the radio show?
Maybe get one for me, so I'll sell it for $400.
You love buying things and thinking they're going to be worth
Yeah.
something. Do you want
Do
one?
you think they'll be worth something in a couple of years? I reckon
No.
it's going to go like, who cares? The monkey will be dead in 2 years.
It'll be
And
off the news cycle in a week.
There'll be
but
monkey heads everywhere on the
do you
floor.
want one? They're $16.
Yes.
Do you really want one?
No.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
Yesterday's podcast, the Lucy and Kel podcast
Yep.
with producer Casey. HR was involved. If you listen to the very end of the podcast,
They came into the podcast.
we
and they
invited.
were, sorry, I've got the hiccups. My apologies. Just in advance. I ate a cheese wheel really quickly.
She shoveled a cheese wheel down her vocal throat hole, which is a technical term.
I'm so sorry.
And now we're going to have this.
I'm really
for the
sorry, I was
rest of the-
hungry.
She's a radio professional.
Yeah, Andre came in HR because we had a HR issue live on the podcast.
Well, we called him in because Lucy has an expectation of our producer Casey that is not warranted, we found out. But if you want to find out exactly how that all played out, check out the podcast, the latest episode available right now. Having said that, we wanted to unpack a little bit of what the expectation Lucy has of Casey is, because it's not part of Casey's job requirement. As a producer of our show, it means that she produces the show.
Yep.
She helps us put the show together. She reminds us of where we need to be, what we need to be talking about, what meetings we need to attend. And when I whinge about going to those meetings, she convinces me that I must do it. Lucy also expects Casey to make her endless cups of tea, which is not part of her job requirement.
the producer role of a brekkie show is
To produce
inherently
you tea?
a support role to make the brekkie show shine. And contractually it will say things like doing anything to make the show a success. And one of those things is in radio, when you work in radio, sorry, I'm so sorry, it's so embarrassing. When you work in radio, when you study radio, there's a lot about talent management. And talent management is about keeping the talent happy so they perform
Is
the
it?
best way they can. And
Are you referencing yourself as talent at the moment?
yes, and as a management.
After sucking down a cheese wheel and now having hiccups for the entire segment?
It was a Baby Bell cheese, guys. It's delicious.
She did take the wax off, though.
I did take the
Anyway,
wax off.
Lucy wants Casey
So yeah,
to
all
make
I'm saying is every producer who's ever worked here, one of the first things they're told, and I think Casey was told this by our former producer, they sit down on day one and the first thing they're told is, if you want to have a happy life, just give Lucy teas during the show. And I
think a
have
lot
a
of-
feeling Rose said that to
I
Casey.
think a lot of what you're saying, you maybe don't say it right now because of the hiccups, but what you're saying is hearsay. I think you're making up a lot of stuff. What you want is Casey to make you endless cups of tea. And Casey, quite rightly on the podcast yesterday, said that's not part of my job description. And I thought we'd have a discussion this morning about things you used to do for your job that people wouldn't believe was part of your job. Like it wasn't part of your job description, but you were kind of convinced that you have to go and do it. Now, we've all got examples. Back in the dark ages, I used to do commercial radio, and I had the very great joy of, at one point in my life, at the age of 17, I got a job at Triple M in Brisbane. Triple your music, Triple M.
Oh, is that what it meant?
Triple M. And I used to do the mid-dawns. So I would do radio from midnight all the way through to 6. I also had the great honour of doing a mid-dawn before the late, great Shirley Strachan
Stop it.
did the Brekkie Show. Now, for
famous.
those that are young, they probably don't know that Shirley Strachan, lead singer of the Skyhooks.
He's like Australian royalty.
Australian royalty. Really, really nice guy, but he had a team. And much like most commercial radio breakfast shows, they would come in to do the Brekkie Show at about 2 minutes to 6.
Yeah.
So I was fresh out the gate doing radio at the age of 17. I'd do my 6 hours on air. And then one of Shirley's team came up to me one day and said, do you know what your job is? Your job is to actually prepare the Brekkie Show for us. So I need you, because back in those days, you had to pull every CD. Every song you were going to play, you had to pull the CD out of the CD library. Also, you had to pull out all the carts for commercials. Nothing was computerized. It was all just analog. So I spent a good 6 months pulling all the music and all the commercials and setting up Shirley Strachan's Brekkie Show, until one day my program director turned up early and said, what are you doing? And I said, my job. I'm setting up the Brekkie Show for Shirley Strachan and his team. And he goes, that's not anything to do with your job. They've just capitalised on the fact that you're 17 and you said that you would pull all their music and all their commercials for them. Not Shirley's fault. One of his team members just took advantage of me because I was young and I didn't know what I was doing. But part of my job requirement was not part of my job requirement.
That's great.
I was going to ask you a question, but I think what we'll do is we'll go to the phone.
Okay.
1300 777 899. Do you remember doing a job where part of your job was really not part of your job requirement, but somebody convinced you that that was part of your job?
But maybe it ended up being a great thing. Or maybe it was not a great thing.
Like getting cups of tea for you?
Well, I got a great story and it was a great thing, but I can't tell it now.
It'll be
'cause I
more
can't
hiccups than story.
Jess in Ringwood has texted saying, I was hired as a receptionist, but I ended up doing the payroll, ordering stock, and often cleaning the toilets.
Oh, that's a good... Is cleaning the toilets part of your job?
No.
Like, I've never worked in an area I've never really worked in an office, but I could see how somebody might say, hey, by the way, it's your turn to clean the toilets.
I'll just say this. If you use the toilet and abuse the toilet, then you should totally clean the toilet.
Should totally...
I keep saying turtly.
Instead of totally, you have said on about 3 different occasions you said turtly instead of totally.
But I'm going to say...
I don't know what you're going for after totally.
I don't know. Why do I can't stop saying turtly. It's so embarrassing.
Cleaning the toilets, I wonder if people are being told it's their job and it's not really their job.
Tanya in Frankston said, I was employed as a barista, but the owner made me dress up as a giant coffee cup on promo days.
I'm with you. I feel so sorry. Do you
That's
see
fun.
some of the people that are sort of dressing up as mascots out the front of pizza places?
Yeah,
and
but
stuff?
you'd be hired to do that.
Is that part of their job?
Surely.
Or do they get hired and then they're like, here's the costume? And you're like, what am I doing with this?
Yeah.
And you're standing outside for 3 hours twirling a bit of cardboard.
So Leanne from Sunbury has said, I was told I'd be doing admin, but then I was organising full-scale events on weekends, no extra pay, no time off. And that's when I realised other duties as required is a very dangerous sentence in a contract.
yes.
That's how they get you.
The word or the phrasing, what's reasonably expected?
It's hard, isn't it? And Sarah from Berwick said, I was hired as a junior admin assistant once. I was asked to step in and run a meeting because the manager was sick. I was terrified. She goes, this was not in my job description, but I did it. And then afterwards was told, you were capable of more than you realise. And 6 months later, I was promoted. So sometimes your extra work becomes an open door. Very positive. Very true.
Rose is a similar situation. Rose from Doreen is joining us this morning, or one of the greats. Good morning, Rose.
Good morning, Lucy and Kel. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday to you, Rose. Now, do you have a story about maybe doing something at work that really wasn't your job?
Yes, so before being a school crossing supervisor, I was always in medical administration. I used to get there early and turn on the doctor's computers, check their stock levels, check the fridge temperature, and that was not my job. That was the nurse's job.
You basically became a medical assistant.
That's right. Just call yourself Dr. Rose. Why not? Paging Dr. Rose.
Could you check out this patient just for me while I
well,
go
this
off
is
to lunch?
obviously scurvy. Dr. Rose, no.
Lucy also has an experience.
I did. So I grew up and one of my first jobs was working in Toys R Us.
How many months in a row were you Employee of the Month?
Every month.
Every month.
To the point where the manager said, we wonder if you're rigging this. Are you asking people
Oh, was it voted on?
Yeah, like customers would
Wow.
write letters.
And they thought you were wording the customers up.
Yeah, and I'm like, not at all, but that's how good an employee I was and am to this day.
Right.
But no, one of the jobs that I didn't realise when I got the job, I just thought, like, be on the checkout girl, but I actually ended up on the floor. But one of the jobs was back in those days of Toys R Us, they had these big electric cars that you'd sell for kids.
Oh, that you could ride in.
Yeah. And sometimes we had to move around the store and move them to different places. And the easiest way to do it, because it was so heavy, is you'd sit in these like little tiny souped up BMWs and you'd drive them around the store. And there was never part of the job description,
That's
but it was
pretty cool.
the best part of the job. And then sometimes we'd close the store.
I have no doubt.
And then we would race around the store on the tiny kids'
no doubt.
BMWs. So fun. So it wasn't the job
Reversing
description,
down
but it was
aisle three.
excellent.
Well done. That's a perk, I would say.
It was a perk.
The Lucy and Kel podcast. You're going to love this next bit. Oh, spoiler alert.
We're going to have Survey Says.
Survey says.
I was at the shops yesterday afternoon grabbing some stuff for lunch and dinner. Lucy and I were on the phone and we said we need this, that and the other thing. And I went into the Coles and like most men, I go through those double doors into Coles and everything my wife has just told me to get, I forget completely as soon as I walk into the supermarket. But I pieced it all together.
That's okay. I've got a lot of grace for that. Supermarkets are inherently overwhelming.
Just
and
amnesia.
I forget
Just
it.
amnesia. Unless you've written it down. You've got it in the car, you've got it in the car park, you walk through the doors, gone.
I was with Shirley the other day and I said, babes, I've just got to pop in to get X, Y, Z, 3 items. She goes, no problems, Mum. We walk into Woolies. I turned to her and I said, I don't remember what I told you. I said, why am I here? And she's like, Mum, you said you needed, and she listed the 3 things. And I was like, thank you.
If it ever came out that the supermarkets, the big chains, were using some sort of hypnosis through the music that they play over the PA system to hypnotise you to forget what you're supposed to get so you get 30 other things you don't need, I wouldn't be surprised.
I agree.
Anyway, moving on. In the supermarket, grabbing the things I think Lucy said we needed. Walked down the aisle where I saw the cartons of eggs. So and apparently, I haven't realised this for a while, but there's 55 different options for eggs now. And I thought, we need eggs. We've got no eggs left.
Yeah.
I'll go grab some eggs. And like a normal human being, and as you're taught from a very young age, when you see mum or dad go to get the eggs from the supermarket, opened up the carton, had a look at the eggs. Make sure they weren't busted. First carton I open, 1 busted. Close the carton. That's somebody else's problem, not mine. Next carton of eggs, opened up the lid. What I thought was a completely perfect carton of eggs. Grabbed that, paid for it, took it home. We have a 2 egg container storage system at home. So we've got the carton of eggs that the eggs come in. And then when I get home, I open up the fridge and we have a plastic version of the carton of eggs.
Yeah.
That is at
Nice
the
clear,
moment.
see-through container.
Yeah, that's empty. So I'm going to transfer the eggs from the carton into the empty carton in the fridge. Pulling out all the eggs, which on the surface look completely normal and uncracked, except for 1 egg, and I only realise it as I try to lift it out of the cardboard carton. And as I lift the egg out of the carton, the bottom of the egg stays in the carton and is stuck, and I pull the rest of the egg out, and then all of the gloop comes out the bottom of the egg all over the kitchen bench.
I'm standing there.
And my wife sees it all. And she says, didn't you check the eggs?
Why didn't you check the eggs?
I said, I did check the eggs.
I said, how did you check the eggs? He said, I opened it and I looked.
That's how you check the eggs.
And I said, that is not a good enough check of the eggs.
Now, and then I didn't know this next bit. So you explain to me how you check eggs.
Well, there's different methods, but I do believe mine is the preeminent method for egg checking. You open it up.
Is this the Lucy method of checking eggs?
Lucy method of checking eggs, the LMCE. You open it up and then you wiggle each one. So you have a visual check, no cracks on top, great. Then you touch each one, wiggle, wiggle.
How many eggs? Are there 12?
Yes.
In the carton? Mm-hmm. So
Wiggle.
You're there
wiggle,
at the supermarket.
Wiggle.
Touching
wiggle.
eggs.
Yep.
With your fingers.
Because, mate, we're not made of money. We can't just be buying eggs and not checking them and then they're all cracked because you go, oh, well, I didn't have a minute to wiggle my eggs.
So wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
So, because if you wiggle them, it means they're not cracked and stuck to the bottom. If they move freely, it means they're not cracked and they've got the goop. And if you get to one and you can't move it, it means it's cracked underneath and set into the carton.
Which is what happened to me yesterday.
Exactly. But if you had done Lucy's wiggle method, you would have gone, oh, this one isn't wiggling.
Right. So according to you, there's the visual check.
Yep, and then the wiggle check.
Then the wiggle check.
Yeah. And you can sing a song when you do it. You can be like, I like to move it. And you can do that
Wouldn't
to
it
each
be, I
egg.
like to wiggle it?
Wiggle, wiggly, 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 woo. You could sing a song from the Wiggles.
And then somebody says, are you Lucy from The Light?
And I'm
You
like,
say,
shush.
Yes.
Okay, no, I don't know who you're talking about.
You know who else is passionate about this and I didn't realise?
Yeah.
Producer Casey is joining us this morning. So there's my visual check. There's the wiggle check, according to Lucy. Casey, do you go further than the wiggle check?
Yes. I take out every single egg and check top to bottom 360. There's no crack.
So each one you're getting it out, looking at, holding
Yeah.
it aloft in coals.
To the light.
To
You're
the light.
spending 7 minutes opening up egg cartons and pulling all the eggs out of the carton.
Yeah.
That's not allowed.
Would you, now that you've heard of my wiggle test, would you ever give the wiggle test a try?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. One
Thank
try.
you. Yeah, give it a try. Yeah.
Casey's pulling each individual egg out of the carton.
Yeah.
Lucy's wiggle checking it.
Kel's
And
just Kel is throwing.
I'm having a look. Having a look has not failed me until last night. Having a look has served me pretty well over the last several decades that I've been
No,
alive.
I don't think so, mate.
So a survey says this morning.
Survey says.
Because Lucy and I last night were full marriage and we went in the infinite loop of, I did check the eggs. No, you didn't. Yes, I did check the eggs. No, you didn't. You didn't check them properly. Yes, I did check
And then I
them
said, well,
properly.
I did the whole wife thing. I went, well, that's a waste of money, isn't
Well,
it
now we won't be able to cover mortgage because we've lost one egg. So, survey says this morning, how do you check your eggs? Shout out to those people. Shout out to those people when there's a bit of an egg shortage and they're making a full carton of eggs off about 3 or 4 smashed carton of eggs.
That's impressive.
That's big brain stuff.
Yeah, big brain.
Asking the question this morning, how do you check your eggs? We all need to know. And people are texting through, and we even have somebody on the phone list.
I have done radio for nearly 2 decades, never asked this question.
Well, here we go.
And I'm impressed that people are responding.
Get ready,
these
everyone.
are the things that matters. These are the things that matter. Angela in Doreen. Hello, lovely Angela. I open the carton to see if there's anything cracked on top, but then she turns the carton over to see if there are any wet marks on the bottom, because that will tell her if a bottom is cracked.
So she's placing her hand on the lid and turning the whole carton over.
It's risky.
Do they fall out of their little...
Well, not if you're holding it, but
All right.
I don't know if I'd risk that. But that's
And to see if there's any moisture on the bottom of the carton. That's CSI stuff.
I called it the Lucy method of checking eggs, the LMCE, but that's the Angela method of checking eggs, the flip over.
The flip over.
Good job,
the flip
Angela.
over. Thank you for letting us know about the flip over.
Terry Anna Wheelers Hill, egg checking, wiggle test always. She's always wiggling like me. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. It's like you're tickling each one. A little tickle, a little tickle, a little
Do you
tickle.
break the egg that's stuck to the carton with the wiggle test?
No, because you just go like this.
Oh.
There's resistance.
We
so
got a
you know.
non-wiggler.
Kathy likes the LMCE. She likes that.
All right, the wiggle test.
She likes that. Nairi says, morning, Lucy and Kel. I buy my eggs at a farmer's market and the seller checks them for me.
Oh, pre-checked.
I'm a fancy lady.
Pre-checked.
I feel like Nairi's better than us because I feel like if you're going to farmers markets and getting eggs and veggies,
Well, you care about the farmer.
well, that's the life I want to live. I want to be that lady with a wicker basket getting eggs from Gavin's Gourmet Eggs. That's
Gav-
what I want in my life. And yeah, they'll never have cracked eggs because they're better people.
One of your favourites, Salvatore, 13 in South Morang. He's on the phone this morning.
Salvatore, long time and no chat.
Apparently he's the egg checker of his family.
Are you Salvatore?
Good morning, Salvatore. Welcome aboard. Great to have you on board this morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Are you checking eggs, Salvatore?
Yes.
All right. What's your technique?
So to save time, you look on the bottom first.
Oh, okay. You flip it over first. You don't even open up the lid. You
Right.
flip it over first and you check the bottom for moisture.
Yep. And then you open it, and you know how you crack the Toblerone?
Yes.
You do that with the eggs.
What? What?
Oh, are you talking about... Hang on. Are you talking about when the 2 smaller cartons of eggs are connected together in the middle?
Yes.
Yeah. So he only wants half a carton of eggs, and sometimes those mini cartons are connected together.
Right.
He's flipping it over to see moisture, and then he's getting the satisfaction of tearing the carton into 2.
Right.
Salvatore, the egg connoisseur. Thank you, Salvatore. You never fail to impress us with your phone calls at this time of the morning. Have a great day at school, Salvatore.
Hey, Juliet, quickly, she texted in. She goes, she does a bit of an egg wiggle, but she also does a quick brush of her fingers across the top, combined with a look technique.
The brush and wiggle.
Now, what does the brush achieve, though, Juliet?
I'd say the brush would absolutely negate
Is
the
that
wiggle.
just a quick wiggle, like you're just going
Yeah.
straight across?
Wouldn't the brush negate the wiggle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to wiggle and brush. You either brush or wiggle, but the brush is for time-conscious people.
You're either brushes or your wigglers from way back.
Or your flippers.
Or your flippers. Or you're just like me. And I'm clearly doing it wrong from the beginning.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
It's time for...
Lucy Super Social Club.
Into club, we all fam.
Totally worth it.
Lucy Social Club, welcome. Welcome, come in, sit down. Grab yourself a drink, have some popcorn. The Social Club, what is that, Lucy? Well, you know, everyone's on socials these days, and sometimes I see things that are good, and I like it. Scroll past the negative stuff. You don't need that in your brain. There's enough going on in the world. just fill your brain with the cute things on social media, like that little monkey who keeps getting beaten up. But then it's got a toy from Ikea and it cuddles that. Punch the monkey. No, don't punch the monkey. His name is Punch. That sounded terrible.
There's so much going on that wasn't right with the last few sentences.
And Punch is so cute, but Punch is being slowly accepted by the tribe, by the way. That's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about a post I saw about relationships. And I saw this and I screenshotted it and I thought it'd be great for Lucy's Very Social Club. Listen to this post I saw on socials. I don't know who it was by. I can't remember her name. But it says this: my husband and I have a deal that whenever we fight or disagree about something, the first one who notices it's getting heated needs to speak up and say, hey, just a reminder that we're best friends. And for the last 10 years, this has worked remarkably well. It snaps us out of what has been escalating and the path we've been on, and it contextualizes how small the discussion is relative to the big picture. And then it says, happy Saturday. And I screenshotted that because I thought, that's just great. That's really wonderful. I love that for them because Kel and I have something very similar and it works for us. And I want to talk about it this morning because it has been key to Kel and I having a really, really peaceful, super happy marriage. And I wish I was the one who came up with this, but I wasn't. It was the man to my right. Kel, this was your thing and we do it all the time. And I think it's really helpful.
There are rules to this, though. If you're having a disagreement and you're in sixth gear already, probably doesn't work.
Could try it.
If one of you is about to sleep on the couch for the night, probably not. You don't drop this.
So this person says...
But if you're in first gear with a disagreement, if you're just starting to amp up about something, clearly you've both had very long days, something has frustrated one party and is having a go at the other party, or maybe it's a problem that is concerning us both that's outside of our control, and we start to fire up, this is where you drop this.
I love this. This couple says, hey, just a reminder, we're best friends. In mine and Kel's marriage, when someone is escalating a little bit or something, or like we're getting really emotional because you're invested in something and you're like, hey, no, listen to me about this. One of us, mostly Kel, will say, hey, remember, we're a team.
Yeah, we're on the same team.
He goes, we're on the same team here.
Our interests in each other outweigh what is going on.
Needs the many.
Oh, it's very Star Trek.
Very Star Trek. And it's so helpful. And we have done that. And we've been married for 3 years now.
Veterans.
so long, guys. But no, in all seriousness, we've had really fabulous 3 years. And one of the great things is when we start talking about something, whatever that may be, if either of us get heated, let's be honest, it's never Kel. He's never heated about anything. If I'm getting worked up, because I am emotional, I'm a very emotional woman, Kel just needs to say, hey, babe, we are on the same team. I'm on your side, same team, same goals. And it de-escalates me instantly. And I go, that's right. He's for me. He's for the bigger picture. And he's here to listen. And it de-escalates everything in our marriage. It's been so key to our marriage. I can't tell you how wonderful it's been.
Never, husbands, never, when your wife is getting worked up and becoming maybe a little bit emotional, never say, hey, just calm down. Never say that. Just say, hey, we're on the same team here.
Here's another one for never say.
Okay. Just
never say, hey, babes, is this perimenopause?
Sometimes I ask, is this perimenopause? Because factually I need to know, is this perimenopause?
And look, 9 times out of 10, I'm like, yes, because all things are perimenopause.
This is where I start getting confused because it does seem like everything.
It is.
Every single thing.
It is. Everything is related to perimenopause.
But hey, before we get into an argument on perimenopause,
hey,
we're on the same team.
We're on the same team.
That's how it works.
I think this is so great.
It helps by no means the perfect couple, but it does help. But you've got to drop it early before the fire takes hold.
If you do this early, then it doesn't escalate to level 10 on the Richter scale.
Because you do love each other and you are best friends and you want to see the best for each other.
Yeah.
So that's just, does it work every time? No. Does it work most of the time? Yes.
And whenever we have done things like the Valentine's Day dinner we did recently and all the couples got together and they all talked about the relationships. It was awesome. And whenever we've done any sort of surveys at the light, one of the things that comes back most consistently from all of you is that you want to have better, deeper, stronger relationships. And I love that. And I love that there are people out there wanting intentionally to better their relationship.
It is like a garden. If you do not water it, it cannot grow. You can't just let it become overgrown. And again, I've used this analogy for the 20 years I've been on air nearly. I say we take our cars to the mechanics every now and then to get a little look under the hood, make sure it's running great. We need to do the same with our relationships, even more so. They're much more precious than cars. We need to make sure they're running the best they can. So I loved this. I love that they said it's a reminder that they're best friends. That's how they stop it. Kel and I, our little thing that we do before anything ever kicks off, we go, hey, we're on the same team. Team Awesome.
Do we have a banner and stuff, do we?
Yeah, we should have a logo.
I didn't know we were Team Awesome.
I like that, though.
Okay.
But I want to know if you are in a marriage and you've got something similar to this, that you've got your little tip for de-escalating before it kicks off. Corrine just wants to remind us that I could have used it yesterday saying, hey, remember we are best friends even if I threw away all of your plants.
Yes, I threw out all of Lucy's plants that she'd been spending a year propagating, and probably at that time I just need Lucy to have the space to react to that situation. Maybe dropping in, hey, by the way, we're best friends.
Hey.
May not work.
Hey.
You got to pick and choose the time.
Karen in Malvern East has texted in the morning, guys. Hubby gives me a smile that escalates our argument, but he only does it when I'm overreacting, and I know it was silly. Karen is now in South Australia.
And still listening. Thank you so much, Karen.
Thank you so much, because you know I was devastated when you said you're moving. Karen, I know that's like.
Don't give looks, guys. Don't give looks.
No, Karen, I have a husband where sometimes when I'm escalating and I'm being overly dramatic about something, like, say, my plants being thrown away, Kel does this look where he gets this little tiny smile where he starts smiling and you can see he's like internally laughing. And for some reason, while you think that would aggravate you, as soon as I see Kel getting this like little laugh, I laugh.
I'm going to give you the mystery of men sometimes. This is the most dangerous thing. This is such a risky move, guys, but here's the inner workings of a guy. This is one of the most dangerous moves in history. But if you're in the middle of a really heated argument and you can make your partner laugh in the middle of that argument, you're risking it all. You're rolling the dice.
Yes.
It's a Hail Mary. It's from downtown. But if you're at level 6 in an argument and somehow you have the capability of making your partner laugh, that just disperses all of the energy out of the argument. Does it work every time? No. Is there a chance you'll be sleeping in the car in the garage? Yes. But I think sometimes, occasionally, I have tried the Hail Mary where I make you laugh in the middle of an argument.
Yeah, and it works.
And it works.
I'm a sucker for that.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't, again, it's a desperate move from a desperate husband.
Desperate man. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Jane has also texted in Doncaster, and Jane says, yes, we are a couple that sit on the couch together, hold hands, look in each other's eyes and try and rectify anything then.
It's very intense, holding hands and looking at each other in the eyes.
Different courses for different horses.
I think you have to be built that way.
Yeah.
It's a very intense sort of... And maybe that's what disperses and de-escalates the situation, because you're taking yourself out of one atmosphere and putting yourself into a deliberate another atmosphere.
Yeah, very true. Emily from Bannockburn is on the phone. Hello, Emily.
Hello, guys. How are you going?
Really good, Emily. Now, you have been like literally in the middle of this situation just recently.
Yes, I have. So yesterday was a bit of a doozy when my dad had a fall and he was going to hospital, and I was going to see him. And talking about a Hail Mary, Cal, my husband didn't tell me to calm down because you know how that works.
I said earlier in the show this morning, don't ask anyone to calm down.
No, don't do that.
But he looks at me and he goes, you're in a car crashing mood. And I'm like, you just need to take some deep rest. You don't have to rush. And he just said it. And I'm like, and it could have gone either way, but he's right. I was just in that really erratic, I was in that fight or flight, and I'm like, he's like, just slow down, take some big deep breaths. And he said it in a way that like spoke to me. We're 17 years married. Like it actually really helped, and I really needed that.
This is just, it shows you that he understands how you guys work in a relationship. Yeah. Again, it could have gone horribly wrong.
Yeah.
But if you say it in the right way, like, babes, I see where you are.
You're in car crashing mode.
Yeah.
I like that. That's great, because that's kind of like, hey, whoa, this is big. It's car crashing mode time. And the fact
Emily
that you have...
was well within her rights to be like, you want me to crash the car? I'll show you car crashing mode.
But
But it's great that he says, and also, in all seriousness, it's great that her husband reminds her to take some deep breaths because science has shown if you do 3 deep breaths, it resets your parasympathetic nervous system and it can change your mindset. Breathing can change your mindset. And so it's a great reminder of her husband to say that, to say, hey, let's just do some big deep breaths. It's not patronising to say that.
Yes.
If someone ever says that to me, I find it so helpful. I have trained my daughter to say it to me. I say it to my daughter so much, she says it back to me if I'm ever worried about something. So that's fantastic, Emily. That
Well
is
done,
exactly
Emily.
what we're looking for this morning.
Well done.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
And dare I say it, the end of another successful podcast. Well podcasted, everybody. Like the hat, Luce.
Thanks. I'm just like, today I wasn't feeling my hair, so I thought I'd pop on a little Adidas cap. But everyone says I look cool in it.
Yeah, super cool.
Today, I wasn't feeling my hair either.
Oh dear.
I can do that.
So you decided to wear headphones.
How do I look with headphones, by the way? Does this make my head even larger than it already is? My headphones?
Your head's small.
No, my head's not
Your
small.
head's small. What do you mean? Loose.
Lucy, is my head small?
Loose. His head's tiny.
Babe.
It is not big. That is not a big
This is a
head. I've
big-
seen big.
I would say it's a medium-sized head.
It's a small head.
Have a look at my photo on the website, which has been photoshopped to within an inch of its life, and tell me, do I have a large head? I want people to weigh in. Does Kel
Yeah.
have a large head?
Nah.
I'm trying to see it on the camera now. That's, you know what? Maybe it is a head it's a head that's in proportion to my body,
It's very
right?
proportional, which is why I don't think it's a big head.
I'm a large
Yeah.
framed guy. I'm a bit of a lug.
Oh.
That's not I don't think that's a
Oh,
good thing.
okay.
Is a lug a good thing?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm so hungry.
Ladies, go home, measure your partner's heads,
Yeah.
get back. Do you think Riley has a big head?
No.
Guys don't mind. Like, I don't mind if I've got I think it's just large, but maybe it's not.
All I see is your head.
That's
'Cause
what
where I
that's
sit
the
down
large
from.
head then.
No.
If all you see is my head,
No.
Lucy's head's fine.
Funny.
You got a great head.
I don't have a small head. I don't have a big head, but it's very medium head. But
It's
I
good
know
head.
the circumference is around 58 centimetres.
What?
Because
Have you really measured your head?
Yeah, because how
for
else would
head
you
wear
buy
and stuff.
How else would you buy hats online? I know my head measurement.
That is such an odd measurement to have.
Should we ask that on air tomorrow?
Who
at 6
measures
o'clock?
their
You know your head measurement.
Yeah.
And whoever knows gets the monkey.
So I know if I buy if I pick up a hat that says circumference 55, it's too small. I have to buy a 57 to 59 centimetre hat.
What is your
That is
head?
so
What's your head
tiny.
measurement?
It's around I say comfortably 58, but I can get into a 57 hat.
That is so
How
strange.
do you guys not know that? I thought everyone knew their head circumference.
That is...
We'll find out on the show tomorrow. And on that bombshell, thanks for participating in this podcast today. Have a great day doing whatever it is you love to do. And until we meet again, everybody.
Hugenfluffle.
Well, that's all for now. But you can download more podcasts anytime or catch Lucy and Kel live weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on 89.9 The Light.
This is the end bit. This is the end bit.
Woo!
This is the end bit
Yeah.
of the show.
and bit.